Hello.
Hi.
Hi. There's gonna be Jason today.
Hi.
Hi. Hey,
Oh.
Liquor, hello.
Hey, Liquor. Ghost Hunter, what's going on? It's Phil.
Me.
It's new guy Phil.
New guy Phil, but not new. New guy. Old new guy.
Always and forever. New
Always
guy
and
Phil.
forever.
Always and forever.
I love that.
New guy Phil.
Yes.
Hey, Gabe. Am I supposed to paint that thing?
You want for now, because I gotta take pictures.
How long is that going to take? Okay.
When do you start?
I want to make sure it's lined up right.
Okay.
That's what's gonna take a little bit.
Go faster.
Faster. That's right. We can entertain until then.
Go faster.
How was everyone's Christmas?
Whose kid did you put your girlfriend and I put you and your girlfriend? Oh my gosh. Whose
Yeah,
kid did you
Mark,
put in college? It's
Words
what I'm
hard.
trying to get out. I can't. The words are not wording.
After
The
break.
words are not wording.
Who
That's
is that
hilarious.
even?
Whose kid did my girlfriend and
Mortal
I?
Kombat.
Ah.
You made a lot of orders
How many
on
orders?
the monumenthobbies.com.
MonumentHobbies.com.
What's going on,
First
Mo?
of all, thank you.
Mo. I gotta figure out where I'm standing. Where am I standing?
Oh, Immortal's like, who did we put through college?
Yes.
With
Yes.
our orders this
With
week.
their order, because it sounds like they ordered a lot of stuff. Well, Jason and I do not have children.
I don't have kids either.
Philip does not have children.
Gabe doesn't have kids. Jordan
Gabe.
doesn't have kids.
Jordan.
Ruben?
So
Ruben has
does.
kids.
Kyle does.
Kyle has kids.
Kyle has kids.
Yep.
Shannon has kids who work here.
Who work
yeah.
here. They don't need
That
Who
probably
we
doesn't
also
count.
pay.
Yeah. So they're fine.
And Carter.
Carter.
Has
It's fine. We have William.
Oh, my nephew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that kid.
That freaking kid.
Kids are overrated.
Haven't even gotten your first mini painted yet.
Mm-mm.
Chuck said motto in our house is cats before brats.
Cats before brats.
All right, I'm down.
Jason and I are dinkwads.
Dinkwads.
Yes.
What does
That's
the
our
wad
thing.
stand for? I know what dink
With a
stands
dog.
for. With a dog.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, I know what a dink
double
is.
income, no kids with a dog. Dinkwads.
We are dinkwads.
That's funny. That's the dream, honestly. Let's be real.
It really is.
I like cats before brats, too.
That was
Cats
really
before
funny.
brats is good.
We're dinkwads.
Oh, I need to go put water in my cup.
50-something dinkwads.
Water cup. Or should put water in it. Water?
I'm gonna go out on a limb
Uh-oh.
and say that maybe
Maybe.
I should
Need to-
clean my water
You need
cup.
to change your cup.
You want
No
me-
water.
I can go fill it up.
So I'm gonna show you this part because I just put water in it. I just spit all over myself too. I just put water in it, and as I put the water in it, it started doing that. Like you started the floaties
Yeah, it
and
might
the
be time.
chunkarinos.
That's pretty gross.
Mine's got some of that,
Oh,
but
wow.
not as much.
That's pretty
Look at
gross.
that.
Ugh.
That was a clean brush, and it just
It was.
puts all that crap back in there. Maybe I need to, yeah. Maybe I should fix this.
Maybe.
Well, Chuck, I ended up not making them, and let me tell you why.
Here we go.
I
What
was
didn't you make?
not prepared. So I had this plan.
Oh,
I was going
cookies.
over to one of my very best friends since high school, going to her house. I went to her house Saturday. We were going to bake some Christmas cookies. She was really excited. I was really excited. We don't get to see each other too often. She kind of lives far away.
Yeah.
So I got all my stuff. She's like, I'm going to make us a hot cocoa bar. I'm like, I'll bring
Ooh,
snacks.
Hot cocoa bar?
And yeah.
How much hot cocoa were you planning on drinking?
Well,
There's two of you.
She and her husband
Oh,
are
okay.
are like,
Festive.
they're festive. Yeah,
Okay.
they've got multiple trees and stuff, but they're really like, her husband especially likes to just make people food and drinks, and like they're
They
good
like
hosts.
hosting.
Yeah.
Yes, they like hosting.
They don't have
Okay.
like a ton of parties, but when people come over,
It's a
they
thing.
just
Yeah.
yeah. It's like
totally.
they're hugging you the whole time. And
That sounds wonderful.
so I was all excited. So I got everything. I got the ingredients. I was going to make the cranberry orange and the ginger molasses. And I was all set to go. And then the night before, I was like, you know what? I better look and make sure that I don't have to chill this dough.
Overnight.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And wasn't an overnight chill, but it did require a couple of hours. Both of them required a couple of hours of chilling.
Yeah.
And I just knew we wouldn't have that kind of time. So I ended up not making them. I just made chocolate chip because
Hey, that's still
both
great.
need chilling. So
go wrong
Jason, also the night before when I was like, all right, so I'm gonna make these, and he's like, what about chocolate chip? I'm like, and I'll also make chocolate chip.
But what about what I want?
So I ended up only making chocolate chip after all that. But I have the ingredients, so this weekend when I have time, I'll make them, the other two. And I got the ingredients for the pumpkin bread, and I was gonna make that yesterday morning, or I was going to make it for yesterday morning's breakfast, and I forgot.
It's clean.
Well,
So-
it's sort of clean.
New Year's.
New Year's, yes. Why do today what we can put off till tomorrow?
Yes.
It's sort of clean. I had a
It's
guy.
better.
I had a guy on Facebook the other day ask me about if our paint was water resistant.
Water resistant?
Yeah.
Water resist.
Water resistant. And I
How
was
would
like,
that work?
I was like, I mean, it's acrylic, so if it fully cures, it's pretty resistant to water, but it won't, not for like outdoors in the rain kind of
Yeah.
resistant.
Yeah.
But it'll. And then I went and washed out my cup and realized that it's pretty water
It's water
resistant.
It's barely water.
It
It's
literally sits. That's like all mud brown paint. That's
cakes
not
down
rust
there.
or corrosion. It literally sits in water all day long. Somehow, it cures underwater.
We've done it.
We should market that.
We
Yeah.
should. Cures underwater under right conditions.
Yes,
And really tiny
you
print.
can paint the underside of your boat underwater.
Very carefully. Yeah, in the water.
In the water.
In the water, yeah.
It'll take a long
In
time.
the water.
Game Delay said, who's your favorite Jordan and why is it Phil?
Yes, it's me. This joke will never get old.
Oh God.
I'm serious. Please keep doing it. I love it every time.
Well, because it's about you.
It is about. I love me. I'm selfish.
Dang it.
Sorry. What am I doing?
We love Phil too, and Phil it's his day off, and
Yeah,
he's
I'm
here
not-
painting
I'm not
with you
working today.
guys. So you should all feel very special and
Yeah.
honored.
Feel honored that I've graced you with my day off. I'm off all week, actually.
He's off all week.
I'm off all week. I say that, but I'm still responding to
I did
people.
give him a not so warm welcome when he walked in the door. I'm like,
She
what
gave
are
me
you
such a
doing
face.
here?
She was very confused. She's like,
Nobody told me.
why are you here? I'm like, I'm streaming with Jason. Oh. It's like, oh, okay. I could leave. No. I just didn't. I don't think she knew. No one told you.
No one told me.
Oh, you were gone when we talked about it on Friday. Because you had
yeah,
stepped
I
out
had to
and...
leave. I had to go to the post office,
That's
so I
right.
had to leave at like 15 minutes early.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Because I was sitting in the chair when we talked about it.
Game Delay said, I tell my kids I am the center of my own universe. It's not an excuse for my behavior, just a description of reality, and they would be smart to take that into an account. That's true. We all should be the center of our own universe. I feel.
What color should I do the fur on this thing?
Green.
Okay. Talk me into it.
Wait. I didn't even look at it. What are we talking about?
Is that Bargle?
Oh, that's a great model, but maybe not green.
Oh, well, now what? I was set on green, and now I need to change my mind.
Green could work.
I could do black green, and then up into, like... I don't know, actually. I don't know how green would work. I'm, like, not even close. Yeah, you guys are going to have to just remind me constantly that I'm not in frame, because
I will let you know.
I am not used to painting in
Yep.
one spot.
Yep.
I will constantly be forgetting.
You're in a good spot right now.
I know, I had to
Keep it
look,
up.
and I'm like, just don't move my left hand, and we'll be fine.
You could put
Jade
a
with
little-
purple
A
shadows.
little X on your paper if you
I
want.
could. We'll try. My attention span is... Lord knows how bad it is. I could do gray. I like gray fur with brown skin. I could do black. I don't like doing black fur, though. Black's hard, because then it just ends up looking gray. Jade with purple shadows. I could do that. That's always the correct answer.
You have a color scheme for your soul blight?
It's not Soul Blight. This is Flesh Eater Quartz.
Oh, that's right.
Most of them are like pale flesh, whitish flesh. Like
Mhm.
I wouldn't say anemic, like not yellow. No, I wouldn't say there's a lot of yellow in them. But with these new models, Flesh Quartz was the first army I ever painted, and so my painting skills, like in miniature painting as a whole. I don't know if you've seen my ghouls that I painted for that army. It is quite literally, I'm pretty sure it is like army painter skeleton bone, and then a brown wash. And that's it. Like that's the whole paint scheme. So I wouldn't say and it's here. I wouldn't say there's like a uniform scheme outside of like
there's a couple spots where primer got kind of nicked off, but I'll be able to.
Where at?
Like in the front.
Oh, like in here.
Like that.
Yeah.
I'll be able to fix it. All right. Have fun painting. Okay.
Right. Okay. Bye, game. No, game delay. Your suggestion, while a joke, was not terrible. Traditional Christmas cake, like a fruit cake.
Oof.
Half
I
a
feel
bottle
like,
of brandy.
Gabe, I feel like you just piled the freaking primer on here.
What happened?
I'm gonna have to reprime that, Mom.
Uh-oh.
Let it dry for a little bit
Yeah,
first.
that's. I feel like he just kind of sandblasted the primer on.
Yeah, the thing weighs 8 pounds. Those things, yeah, traditional like an English Christmas cake. Yeah, UK can. That's why it's from the UK. Yeah, those things are dense. That is
like fruitcake dense.
Yeah, it's like a fruitcake basically, but with like you said, there's like tons of brandy in it. It is a strong cake. I think the alcohol bakes off though. Because alcohol evaporates at 98 degrees. I forget. Pile of primer is the whip description I don't want to hear. I want gray to white? I have brown skin, so I don't want to do brown fur. Yeah, let's just do gray.
That's easy. Crazy.
You continue to feed it brandy as the cake ages.
Oh, to keep it moist.
Does it
just once it
Does
dries
it get
out,
demanding?
just add more.
Like, more brandy.
How flammable that cake likely is.
It's a Yule log.
It goes there.
How was everybody's Christmas? We saw that Jade and Chuck finally broke down and used their bags
Oh,
on Christmas Eve.
a day early.
Cheaters.
Cheaters. Yep. You gotta try again next year. Put them away. Mine was good. I'm one of 5 kids. I was telling Jen this before you came in.
What is going on here?
And so mine was busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, we all meet at my sister's house. One of my sister's houses. This year was at the second oldest sister's house.
Because you're one of 5?
I'm one of 5, and I have nieces and nephews. And so I have 5 nieces and nephews too. So with just adults, not counting kids, and partners, well, counting partners, I guess. There's my 2 older sisters are married, so that's 4. Me, my brother, his girlfriend, 7. Hope, her boyfriend, is 9. Parents is 10. 11. Yeah, so 11 of us before kids, and then there's 5 nieces and nephews.
The full house.
It's a full house.
Crazy.
So, but it's a lot of fun. We
You're
do
crazy.
We get Cinnabon in the morning. Well, let me rephrase. We get Cinnabon the day before because you can't get it on Christmas morning.
Oh yeah.
And so we get it the day before, and then we have Cinnabon, and like my sister makes eggs and bacon. So we just do like a late breakfast, like 9:30, 10 o'clock. And then we stuff stockings. That's how it goes. Once the stockings are stuffed, so I grew up in a predominantly Christian family.
Sure.
And so there are nativity scenes all over the house around Christmas time.
Oh,
like,
all over the house.
all over the house. There's so many nativity scenes. So my parents, with the parents of 5 children, as a way for us to not run in and yell at them, at 4 a.m. on Christmas morning, the night before, they would take all the baby Jesuses from the nativity scenes and they would hide them in the house. We were not allowed to wake them up for Christmas until we had found all the baby Jesuses. My dad,
so good.
my mom was so kind. She would just have the gimmies out, like there'd be like one sitting out on the counter somewhere. My dad's like unscrewing the fire alarms and like screwing them into the my dad finds the magnet one.
attic.
Yeah, he's like sticking them under the oven. Like my dad was like,
So
"Don't wake me
good.
up." Like so we
That's
so
we
good.
never finished before. So we've kind of kept that tradition going.
Fun. I love that.
So we do that after stockings. So we do stockings, and then I'm now at the age where I help hide the baby Jesuses, and I have taken after my father, where I'm like, just what's the meanest place I can possibly put them? Because my adult siblings still have to look too. So it's not just the nieces and nephews.
because they have children?
Yeah, well, just
okay.
everybody. It's just tradition. Like we all do
Oh.
it. So on the years that you don't help hide, you still have to look.
Oh, so it like alternates. So
Yeah,
you don't
kinda.
hide every year?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
They've just recently started asking for help because now that my parents have their own nativity scenes and my 2 older sisters are married, they are with kids. They have nativity scenes. We had 23 baby
Oh my
Jesuses
gosh.
that we had to hide yesterday. Yeah, 20. So my parents were like, "We're not hiding all these by ourselves." Philip, do you want to
23
help?
baby
23
That
baby
is
Jesuses.
awesome. I love that.
So I always this is the second year in a row they've asked me to help, and
Do
so
you miss
far
looking for them?
Sometimes I was never very good at it.
Yeah.
I don't have I'm either like hyper focus and just like do like a grid search where I'm like just stay in one corner of the house the whole time and find one.
Yeah.
Or my attention is so fleeting I'm like jumping around and I still only find one because I'm not spending enough time.
Yeah.
I think I prefer hiding.
Well, that's good then.
Yeah, so it's been fun for me.
Fun.
It took them my niece. It's funny because they did that. My sisters do that they do that with them on Christmas Eve when they're having their family Christmas, without the big family.
Yeah.
So they'll still do it. And my niece was bragging like, "Oh, it only took us 30 minutes to find them all." And so I had to make sure. I was like, "We're gonna take more than 30
Longer
minutes."
than that.
It was like 32 minutes or something. We always give them hints after a while when they're not
Yeah.
finding them.
That's really fun.
But yeah, so that was my Christmas, and then we open presents and then do lunch. So we always do lamb, mint jelly. For my Australian folk out there, that's where we got that from.
Really quick question from Mikey RR. I've got a pro acryl question. I've got Monument Golden Yellow. Is it cadmium free and safe to airbrush with?
None of our paints have any heavy metals in them at all. So yes.
There's your answer.
Thank you. Nick Pye stopped by my FLGS today and ran into a friend I don't see often. He let me know that after the last time we spoke, he looked up Monument Hobbies, ordered paints, and loves them.
That's great.
Yay! Thank you, Nick Pye. Lumberjack Tim, hello.
Nick, that's awesome. Thank you.
You guys make our jobs easy.
He also asked, because Mo said yes, it's safe. Is that the case across the whole range? But you've also just answered that
Yeah,
too.
Jason just said that.
I think we are good. Yep, definitely follow that advice from Mo about don't eat the paint.
Yeah, definitely don't eat it. That's a no-no. Frame anymore.
And then on. Oh, okay. Avian question: Did you get any hobby presents this year, Monument Hobby folks and chat?
Any what?
Hobby presents.
Hobby presents.
Jason, did you get any hobby presents?
So I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's the only way we like it.
I kinda have enough hobby presents
What?
for maybe until the sun burns out.
Yeah, probably.
But yes, I did.
He
What'd
bought himself some.
What'd you get?
I don't know, like a few $1,000s of Star Trek bullshit.
Oh, that makes sense.
I've got a bajillion dollars of Star Trek minis coming.
That's a lot of money.
Yes,
1 bajillion?
1 bajillion.
Oy.
It wasn't really, but it was a lot.
I would hope not.
Shapeways has gotten really expensive, and like I was
What
saying
hasn't?
last week, I was like, you know, I was thinking that, hey, you know what? I'll just get some 3D prints and I'll print them out here, and
Then you saw all the cool stuff.
well, the Star Trek when I got the Starfleet Battle stuff, you know, the reality is that that's a licensed product that you can't find 3D prints for.
Ah.
And the company that does the license has either the metal versions, which I didn't want at all, or resin through Shapeways. And I was like, oh man. I contacted him. I sent him an email. I was like, do you sell STLs, you know, that I could print? And
What did they say to that? And
I'll
they're
sign an
"Nope."
agreement.
Yeah,
and-
please.
Uh-oh. Nick's calling you out. Pretty sure that bajillion dollars was supposed to buy everyone in the world a certain automobile.
Y'all didn't make the donation level.
Next time.
Sorry, Nick Pie. You didn't live up to your end of that agreement.
Slavic wants to know, what's the brown bat getting painted up?
Well, huzzah, huzzah.
This-
I think that's you, Phil.
That is
my
me,
legs
yeah.
and
I hope
pollute
it-
my
yeah.
britches with
It
delight.
is a Vargolf Courtier from the new Flesh Eater Quartz box. I play Age of Sigmar, and so that is what I'm painting. It just came out. I got it for myself for Christmas. I was gonna wait till Jason was done talking, but this was my Christmas present
That's
to
his hobby
myself.
present.
Oh, nice.
This is my hobby present. I don't ask my family for hobby stuff
Probably a safe bet.
because it's expensive, and I'm not mean to my family. So I asked them for kitchen stuff, which is a different kind of expensive, but for some reason they feel okay buying that kind of
Yes.
stuff. So I was like, yeah. So I got
It's
a
like
bunch.
grown-up presents.
Yeah, I mean, I needed new I didn't need new plates. I wanted new plates. Let me rephrase. I got new plates for Christmas last year, and I get sick of like my kitchenware once a year, and so I was just like, it's just for me. I don't have like a
Yeah.
whole, I have 4 plates.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I want a different.
easy
I'm
to-
done with the
easy
blue
to
plates.
replace.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm done with the blue plates. I want different ones now. And so I got that and some new glasses. I've been drinking out of mason jars for a little while because that was the trendy thing to do, and I hate it.
You hate it?
Oh, because they all have the little screw lid still. Like they're still just mason jars.
They're just mason jars. Yeah.
And so like you have the your lip hits the seam like where the
I use a straw.
yeah.
I
don't
use
like,
straw.
I don't,
you.
I don't
I
like
make-
using straws.
I make my iced coffee at home in a big mason jar, and I use a straw.
See, I'm not a straw guy.
Oh, I like a straw.
I have nothing wrong with straws, but if I drink with a straw, I drink too fast.
Yeah.
I'll just pound the whole
Yeah,
drink in
that's
one
true. I
sitting with
do-
a straw.
yeah, I
so
do
I
drink my iced
intentionally
coffee
have to
pretty
not
fast.
do it. Dude, it's bad. My girlfriend gets mad at me when we go get coffee because like we'll pull out of the drive-thru and I'm halfway
You're
done.
already
I'm
done.
halfway done with the drink. And she's like, "What the heck? Like you just bought that." Yeah, I know, but. Captain America, aka the Brown Bat. Yes. What did you guys get for Christmas? Cat? They responded to that already. Boxing Day is work for me.
Oh, that's funny. Scientologist said kitchen stuff is great. My nephew, who is 8, I think, was so excited when he got a real blender for Christmas. He's going to be a chef when he grows up.
Oh, really?
That's so cool.
How funny.
Well, swear he's going to be a chef when he grows up. That's awesome.
If you're excited for a blender at 8 years old, you're gonna that one's a pretty clear
Yeah.
path. I was like, that's not much of a fad at that point.
I got nothing because I don't celebrate.
Well, that's
Don't
okay
believe
too.
in Jesus or Santa, and I'm not a fan of winter. Lumberjack Tim,
That's about the most negative thing I've
This
ever heard
is-
at the holidays. buddy.
your hibernation time.
Good night.
A replacement air fryer.
Everyone's
Replace
getting
ours that
kitchen
fried. No pun.
stuff. I'm not alone in wanting kitchen things.
Coxie, Merry Christmas. I got my base color set. Awesome.
That's awesome.
Legions Imperialis was a gift to myself. Everyone was giving me bike accessories for when I get myself a bike in January. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that's cool. Always fun getting into a new hobby and right around Christmas time, because then you don't you can get the big part yourself, and then all the little things that add up.
Yeah.
You can just ask for other
Ask
people.
for all the accessories.
Yeah, that's a smart way to go about it. That stuff adds up quick. You know, $20 here and there, 15 times over.
Hey, Tishmed. Hello.
Hello.
Hopefully you had a nice Christmas.
Jen and I don't do a ton. We got some artwork for the house.
Well, let's start with we bought a house
Yeah, we bought a house this year.
Yeah, that counts.
and a building
Yeah.
That's true too.
and some art. We're set.
Art. Ooh, art for the house?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we went to the Tempe Art Festival a few weeks ago
Ooh,
and bought 2 things.
I wanted to go to that.
And
Art's
they
expensive.
both look like they were made specifically for our house.
That's
Like
good.
they're both just perfect.
Yeah,
So
the
it was-
colors were perfect. It was
Colors.
just like
It just matched.
yeah, it really was like it was built for the house.
Yep.
That's great. That's best case scenario. You guys have it
So-
framed, or did you buy it?
They
just-
were already done.
It was already done,
Already
yeah.
framed,
So
okay,
one of
that's
them is
nice.
it was a painting on a street sign, like a traffic sign of some sort.
Oh,
like
cool.
a yield sign or a merge sign or something like that.
And they
she
painted over it?
She painted over it.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
so cool.
Yeah, and it's 4 donkeys and they're really cool and fun.
I love donkeys.
And then the other one is the guy does like macro photography of old rusted cars, like 1950s
Ooh.
cars.
Yeah.
And then he takes the pictures and he blows them up and he puts them on metal, and then they're in a rusted metal frame.
That's really cool.
Yeah, they're super. Both of
That's
them
awesome.
are just perfect. We were really excited about our purchases that day.
Good. As you should be.
Yeah.
I definitely have shopper's therapy, which is not good.
Oh,
Like when I'm feeling sad, I'm
Yeah,
gonna go buy
go
something
shopping.
because
I'll
it
go
makes me
spend
feel
some money.
Oh,
makes-
I don't.
it
I
makes me feel better
Yeah.
when I buy something. Is that
I
that same feeling of like, oh,
cannot stand. Learned when we were trying to buy clothes for our Christmas parties that we had to go to this year. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't like shopping.
I hate this. Yeah. Oh, I love going shopping
I will take the online version anytime.
any day.
all right. We'll have.
Do you keep it on or turn it off? I don't know.
We'll have the. Hey, Gabe.
Gabe.
Did you leave the compressor on?
I
Or
can,
I'm gonna spray for 2 seconds and this is gonna turn off.
I can go check for you.
Panic Bomb got gift cards, which became Warcry terrain, and a display storage case for minis.
It's on.
It's on.
We got it.
All right. We're moving from chibi scale
Ooh,
to big scale.
that's a big model too.
It's a big model.
It's a big for that game. I mean, specifically, it's in scale, but it's like triple the size of any other model in that game.
Yeah.
Odin Stormfist is sitting here painting also some HH word bears that will be raffled at Adepticon for Toys for Tots.
Ooh,
Awesome.
very nice.
Very cool.
Toys for Tots. That's great. That's a great organization.
Big Bobzilla keeps checking the mailbox. Haven't made the Christmas card list, I guess. Yeah, so about that.
Christmas card.
I think all of our Christmas cards got lost in the mail this year because nobody got one.
Oh, that's not good.
Very frustrating.
Truck just didn't deliver.
Yeah.
Didn't make it to the post office.
Can't trust the post.
Someone got lazy.
Burnt in flames.
Oh, oops. I mean, right as Omicron Samurai gets here. Hi. We love the post office.
Oh, yeah, post office is great.
Can't trust him.
Oh, Jason's committed. You know what? You're a man of character, Jason, and I love that about you.
Can't trust him.
Stick to your guns. No,
Can't
no
trust 'em.
people pleasing in here.
Can't trust those damn postal workers.
Paint Liquor got a MTG commander deck from his brother and
Ooh.
proceeded to not pull a land for the first 5 turns yesterday.
Sounds
Not
about right.
That's,
a
yeah, I
great
was gonna say, that's part of the
start.
course.
Feels about right.
Sounds good. Let's see, what am I with that? I think I got all the little fur pieces.
I got to feeling bad yesterday, so I think I slept for
Slept a lot
most of the
yesterday.
day.
Yeah.
I went to bed last night at like 7:30.
Christmas was
Well,
mostly
but Phil,
me
you take
in
naps
bed,
in
or
here during
we
the
watched
day, so
we watched
that's
Oppenheimer.
not much of a comparison.
I literally got up long enough to eat dinner and watch Oppenheimer,
Yeah.
and then forced myself to stay up till 11 o'clock because I had slept all day.
You're like a must.
But I was
He did.
literally just dead.
He slept. First of all, the dog let me sleep until like 8:05, which was fantastic.
That was her Christmas present
That
to you.
was her
That was Cora's
Christmas
Christmas present to
present,
Jen.
yeah.
You can sleep an extra hour or two.
So that was really nice. And then I came back in and I took her outside, came back in. We both laid down for a while longer. And then I got up and he stayed there and said he didn't feel good. So we got up and I closed the door so that he could rest because otherwise the dog would not,
Dog would just jump
not
on
leave
him, yeah.
alone. And yeah, he probably slept until like noon, probably.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got up,
just about.
did some stuff on the computer, went in and took a nap after a couple hours. Yeah, it's a lot of
Yeah, I think I was
sleeping
up for
yesterday.
like 2 hours, and then I took a nap
Yep.
for like 3 hours.
that's those sick vibes.
And
Yeah.
then
You're just
I
feeling
still am
bad.
not good. I slept in this morning and didn't come to the office
Yeah, he was-
until an hour late.
Yep.
You
Did
gotta
you
take-
see us pass you when I was driving the dog home? We passed you
Oh,
on Flower right by the house. Yeah.
I'm just gonna block in color. I don't really want to do any detail work right now, so we're just gonna what do we want to do? The nails. Or we could do the tongue. Let's do the tongue. Put in some full power red. I had to bring my own paints today. I know we have them all here, but I don't know where Jordan keeps his stuff, and I didn't want to try and go looking, so I brought my own bag so I could find my own
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah, it's been half the stream just looking for the color I need. Well, no, that's fluorescent red. See.
Game Delay said it wasn't a gift, but I ordered Noosh on last Tuesday, and Monument Hobbies got it to me by Saturday.
Let's
Woohoo!
go.
Heck yeah. You got
Yeah,
anything delivered on Saturday before Christmas? That's
That's
awesome.
That's a win.
USPS right there.
There you post
Give 'em
office.
props.
All right. That can go there. Now we're gonna think about how we're gonna paint this Hulk.
How are you?
Mo wants to know if is that the MU Hulk.
No, it's the Crisis Protocol Hulk, right?
Yeah, this is Crisis Protocol, whatever,
Ultimate Hulk?
Extreme Hulk.
Yeah. I think no, it's not Ultimate. Yeah, Extreme or Ultimate's its own universe.
It's not Incredible Hulk. It's whatever the next version
Christmas
is.
Eve. Yeah, the next one up. The next.
Immortal Hulk. There you go.
Immortal.
We're gonna start with some dark blue.
Select 84. Hello, everyone. Hopefully, everyone had a Merry Christmas. Happy the order I placed on the 15th showed up in time for me to wrap the gifts in it.
Yay.
We are happy as well. Tomato said, if you were an hour late, you should be fired.
What's that?
Said, hour late, fired.
Yeah.
Into Bishop Rebel, I don't think Jen's gonna fire him.
No,
I get special treatment.
I can't do this without him. Mostly reliable. You guys are awesome.
What do we want? Do I want pale pink? No, I probably want pink first. Why am I doing pale pink? Pale pink works.
Armin's Wrath said, so I rarely get to see you guys much anymore since I often don't get home until after stream, but now I get to harass the old man of the hobby, the lying liar who lies, and the president of the Losers Lounge.
Talking about me? Oh, Jason.
Oh,
Got
that
it.
guy.
That guy.
Jason wasn't an hour late. Everyone else was an hour early.
That's a good way to think about it. That is.
Overlord Tweak, I got a display case and a foam transport case for my minis.
Ooh.
Awesome.
I need to figure that out still.
Huh?
I brought my minis here in a cardboard box.
Uh-oh.
I need to figure out how I transport my stuff. Like the last thing I think about.
He does have his paint in an Evo bag, I will say that.
I do, yeah. I have an Evo bag for my paint. I have my paint all sorted. Brushes, I got a brush case up here on the thing. I got my paint stuff handled up, and then models, I like scoop them up and throw them in cardboard. And wander to wherever I'm going. Hopefully they survive.
Omicron got cash money. That's
like
a
the best
gift.
gift.
You
That's
can't
the
go
best
wrong
gift.
with that gift.
You can get what you want. Like sometimes you don't want to think about buying a gift, but cash is good.
He's wearing off on me, not a good sign. I don't know. I'm okay with it. I don't mind. Excited to see the exclusive Phil mini carrying bag.
Oh, yeah, I'm working on that definitely. 2052, it might come out.
Omicron, we do take cash.
We do.
If our register
I
can
was say,
open.
yeah. As long as our register is
We
working.
might not have change. If you have the exact amount, that helps.
Yeah, the cash box up in the front is at my desk.
Yeah, you either have exact change or we get big tips.
Or we get really big tips.
That's the way that works.
Nat76 thinking about getting the Go Bag Evo with my Christmas money. It will be a good purchase. We can definitely say that it's worth the money.
Yeah, I use mine all the time.
Best designed hobby bag in existence.
Guaranteed.
It is.
That's it. Okay. That is right, but that's okay. This
Bring
don't really get
singles
the
to make
long.
sure it's close.
Yeah, we sell. This is the first Christmas that the Go Bag has been around.
It
The
is.
Evo,
Yeah.
the new Go
Yeah.
Bag.
It's
Yeah.
Right,
the
the
new
first Christmas that we've had the Evo because it came out January of this year,
Mhm.
and holy hell, everybody's there were a lot of people that got their Christmas wishes come true this year.
Yeah, we've seen
Man,
a
a
lot
lot
of Evo bags out the door.
Burning through them.
Because we are probably about out.
Yeah, we're probably
at
about
the
out.
moment.
Yeah.
It'll be a couple weeks before we see more, so but we're on top of that, so it shouldn't be that big a deal.
Oh yeah, not too many. Yeah, they will sell out.
Yeah, they definitely will.
How many are left?
When I left last week, there were like 90.
52.
Yeah,
52.
as I say. So even over the weekend, we still
52
Went through a lot
bags. There will be more middle of January, late January. And then in February, the new bags show up.
Yeah, I'm excited for those.
Probably right after LVO, with all our luck.
Mm.
Yeah,
LVO's early this year anyway, so
It is.
we may not even have bags for LVO.
Yeah, if they don't come the week,
Oh.
if they don't come the week of or week
I didn't
before,
think
Yeah,
about
no.
that.
I don't. The way I've been talking to Carter, and it's currently expected to show up before, like the week before or the week of,
Yeah.
basically. So we're kind of planning on it, but not holding our breath. Because, at post office. Actually, this isn't coming post office, so I can't blame them.
Megalodon, what's going on? I'm going to do yellow ochre. I got a crazy idea here. We'll see if it pays off.
What?
I like crazy ideas.
I'm going to do some crazy crap here, folks.
You're painting it over blue? Dark blue?
Over dark blue.
Dark blue. It looks green.
A great idea, Jason.
Blue one. Solvic, how different is the new bag from the Evo? Well, there's a couple new ones. One is the mini, which is the case that will hold miniatures. So that one is quite different. And then we have, what's the smaller one called? Neo?
Neo.
The Evo Neo, which is like half the size of the Evo, with one paint tray. So size is the biggest difference in that. And then in the mini bag, obviously, it holds miniatures, so it's pluck foam. And then it's got a foam, like the cover that zips has a little foam on it as well, so it compresses things in there, so it won't be, they won't move around. We should have them for Adepticon. Yes. Oh, the new ones?
Depends on if they stay in stock.
But we expect them in, like, the Neo and the...
I think early February is
February.
when we're expecting them.
So yes. So the new ones we should have by Adepticon.
New.
New.
That new.
Not new restock.
Oh no, I still need more black. Where did I wipe that away? I'm right-handed, and this desk is definitely laid out for a left-handed person. So I'm like reaching across everywhere, which is fine.
Yeah, even the Evo, or sorry, the Neo will be perfect because it's like half the size. And if you have the Evo bag, both of them have Velcro. Both of the new ones have Velcro on them, so you can actually attach it to the back of the Evo, and you could then have like 3 paint trays, or the 2 that come in the Evo and the miniatures on the back. How many minis would the bag hold if we were saying standard marine size models?
A dozen, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe more. But I would say, like 10 to 12. It's roughly 9 by 11, the pluck foam.
Yeah, give or take.
So that gives you a dimension you can look at.
What is that, a sheet of paper? 9 by 11?
You're just about like a notebook.
Mm-hmm. Lumberjack Tim said, Fuse, I think I see where you're going with this. I might do something similar for a Hulk painting challenge I'm doing with friends.
Well, there you go.
Nice.
Fire Arc wants to know, how do you get the base coat blending looking so nice if you don't have an airbrush? You just wet blend?
You could wet blend, yeah, if you're comfortable with wet blending, or you can just layer. There's no real need to get the base layer blended super nice. I'm just doing it with the airbrush to go fast, and it happens to blend very nice because of that. Sometimes texture is really good on skin and such. So I will do all of these. I'm underpainting right now. So these colors are the colors that go underneath the skin color when I do skin. And in doing so, it gives it more life, right? So it's the same thing that we did on all of our Gorgers. Or Gorger Mall Pack. Different colors, but same process where I did like dark purple, magenta, bright yellow, green, and painted these guys first. And then I brush paint all the flesh tone, the actual skin color on top of all that, and it gives me ridiculous depth on the skin. So the skin looks tremendous. I get patchwork, like some jaundiced yellow areas, some greenish, lots of the magenta, some purple shadows, obviously, right? So I get a really good depth, and I don't have to spend a tremendous amount of time painting all of those colors into the recesses, which is what you'd have to do if you did them after. So when I'm painting quick, but I still want not quick look on the models, this is a really good way to do it. But I could do all of this with a brush to the same effect. And you could just standard blend like you're used to. We're big proponents of finding a way to, add a airbrush to your arsenal at some point. When painting models, it is just too useful a tool to not have one. For base coating, it speeds everything up, especially when doing troops. It's not as much of a speed up because of all the time I have to spend cleaning the airbrush and such for one particular model like this.
But batch painting is great.
But yeah, when doing units and lots of stuff, it works really well. Even if all you ever do is base coats and priming, it's worth its weight in gold.
Heisentoad got his wizard's butt today.
Nice.
Hey. Have you used it? Are you going to open it? That's question number 1.
Yeah, are you going to open
Are you
it?
even
going
gonna
to
open
keep it as a collector's item? Mine is on a shelf.
Maybe one flash, or should I just jump to like pale yellow?
For those of you who won a prize in our holiday party
I almost did pale yellow
stream,
for this one.
probably about half of those have already been sent out.
Pale yellow.
Then there's some others that we're still putting together. So like, if you want a texture trainer, we're just trying to get a good box to put that in.
Actually gonna.
Someone want a shirt, we have to make that. And then there's a couple that are where the winners lived in other countries, so I'm going to coordinate with our partners over there to get those out. So we've got, most of them have already been distributed, but if you haven't gotten yours yet and you won something, it'll be coming soon.
Get pale yellow over there.
Do I? Yeah, I can get it.
Oh, it's open. Gonna use it after work tonight. Awesome.
My pale yellow is dead.
Mine's barely used, so go nuts.
Mine is dead. Mine is dead. Yours is great.
I think I've used mine like once. I need to use it more often. I just don't use I don't use yellows as much as
Pale
I
yellow
probably
is
should.
a fantastic color. So now we're using Bill's pale yellow. We'll see
Yeah, have I treated it?
how well
It's
it works.
been sitting for a minute. Like I said, I don't use it as often as I should. I almost did it as an
It's
undercoat
fluid.
for this one.
It drops in the bottle. Here you go.
It's a win. We're good.
Looks like a win.
All right.
I'm down.
I'll leave it out just in case.
Game delay, sometimes the notes don't save onto the order, and I don't know what it is about it. But I'm sorry if the note did stick and the team missed it. But I'm glad that you got your Team Gen sticker.
Yeah, those notes can be finicky.
You probably don't have this anymore, but it would be on the bottom of your packing slip if it worked. You probably don't have that anymore. It would remind you of your sorrow? Why?
Sorrow. Why are we sorrowful?
Why would Wizard's Butt remind you of sorrow?
Did you not get one?
Oh, because you didn't win Wizard's Butt.
I was gonna say, was it someone that didn't win one?
We'll have more Wizard's Butt.
Oh yeah.
Nick Pye said, I've been working on my guard tanks lately, and I finally managed to kill my original small size light umber, like the OG
Oh, the little 17
mil
mil
bottle
Oh man.
with the like cartoony
I have some of
monument.
those. home.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Speaking of the trainers, is there expected release for those
That's a Jason question.
soon?
Ooh.
Hashtag soon. Waiting on boxes.
Yeah.
And then Gabe has got to make the label
Come on, Gabe.
for the boxes. Now,
I
if you're
know,
mean
I
the
know, I'm
ones that
kidding.
were won at the Christmas thing, those can go out whenever. I think they're still on my desk. Have you sent those out?
No, I haven't sent them yet.
Yeah.
I'm working on it. we
gave away a
got the
lot.
easy ones. We got the Wizard's Butt sent out. I sent out Phil's.
So I saw the bag on the
Phil's
shelf,
bag.
so I meant to sign. I didn't sign it. Whoever gets it,
Oh.
I totally forgot to sign it before it went out. I had it on my to-do list, and I think fulfillment was too efficient. And got to it a little too quickly. All right, it's all my handwriting, so I'll just count that as a signature.
Yeah. A high quality bag.
It is. It'll last you at least a week.
Yeah. Omicron said I got my model done for this month's competition. Awesome.
Oh, I have mine too.
Speaking
I haven't actually finished it yet, but here's mine so far. And then I have a whole base that it's going on that I haven't done anything with yet. So I need to finish the throne. The throne looks too bright right now. I want to put some transparent blue deeper in some of those recesses.
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, yeah, every month in our Discord we have a painting challenge. Did you use Wizard's Butt on Hulk? No, it was yellow ochre
And pale yellow.
and pale yellow. Yeah,
Should have
That's
used
right.
Wizard's Butt.
he had to
Now
borrow
that I'm
pale
looking at
yellow
it.
from Philip.
Hindsight.
It wasn't quite dark enough, though. Yellow ochre is what I needed. I could have done something in like burnt orange too, but I'm gonna try some other stuff. I'm gonna make a wash out of dark magenta and put it all over him, and then we're gonna paint all the green.
Oh,
Having some fun.
interesting. But yeah, so monthly Discord painting challenges. They're for fun, but at the end of each month, we take some time on a stream to review each entry, talk about them. They all have a theme. They're not competitions per se, but they're meant to give you some different techniques to try out, different color schemes, different types of models, things that you wouldn't typically do maybe.
Yeah, push you outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah, exactly. And they're super fun.
That's why I've been doing them. I can't win them,
Yeah,
but I still do them because I'm not going to get better at painting if I don't challenge myself, if I only do what I'm comfortable with.
Yeah,
exactly.
they just get you out of your comfort zone
Yep.
a little bit, just enough.
Just enough. It's great. Yeah. It's
You
so
don't have to, think of them as well. I'll never really do that. Why would I take part in a thing where I'm never going to paint that way? I'm like, well, because you may actually paint that way.
yeah. Eventually.
And then we usually select a few that we think really represented the theme of the challenge, and those people get a little prize.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
You're not gonna win with that attitude, Phil. I'm not gonna win, but I still do it.
It's not that I'm not going to win. I don't think I'm allowed to win. Am I allowed to win, Jason?
Phil's not allowed to win.
Yeah, see?
Monument employees cannot win Monument.
I feel like it's a little unfair. There might be some biasy. I could bribe Jordan with lunches. Not that I would, just theoretically speaking. If there was another employee who was trying to compete, they might. I would never.
Offer bribes.
Yeah.
Paint Liquor said you win in my book.
Well, thank you, Paint Liquor. I appreciate that. I'm just kind of. I paint with no plan whatsoever. I'm just like, I'm sure you guys are witnessing this. I'm just like blocking in colors as I go, and I started with the fur, and then I started doing the teeth, and then the tongue, and then I'm just kind of all over the place. But eventually, I get it all done. It's like I go back, I'm like, oh yeah, I need to finish that part.
Yep.
So.
Man after my own heart, right there, Phil.
We
It's
all
just-
have our
it's
own
just-
process.
Yeah, I like getting colors down. Whenever I just spend a lot of time, well, for me specifically, like I've only been painting 2 years now, and it's been on and off.
Yeah.
Like I have not been painting a ton,
Right.
and so my brush control still needs some work. So I'm always hesitant to I'm gonna sit and do the skin from start to finish, and then I'll start doing all the other details. Because what if when I'm doing those other details I mess up or like slide it, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta go back and redo that one little part. Like, so I'll eventually get to a point where I'm more comfortable finishing something. But right now, it's
also, though, like Jason will say, and this is what he taught me, is that you do want to kind of go in those levels, and like
I try and
you paint your base coat, and then you do your next layer of highlights, and then your next highlights of the whole thing, so that you get everything to the right highlight level, or
however you want,
so everything kind of matches.
So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's just I'm just blocking this thing in, get color on it. I'm also notorious for not finishing models, so if I get most of it done, I feel really like less bad.
Everybody here always finishes.
Yeah, exactly. So
I finished all sorts of models here recently.
You've been cranking them out lately.
Statsnet said we could have a separate Monument Hobby staff challenge.
Jordan cannot compete.
From the Discord. Not Jason.
Not Jason or Jordan, please. I don't know. Well, that means Matt wins, because Matt's probably.
I was gonna say
Matt's a real good painter.
The guy who went to college for art.
I feel like you guys are in trouble.
Yeah.
I feel like you're in trouble. Matt knows his way around a brush.
He does. He paints he comes in an hour early every morning, because he usually comes in around the same time I do every morning. Yeah. But I come in to like start going through emails, or like just like get prepared for the day, and Matt just sits down and starts painting. So he's painting.
That's how he starts his day. Yep.
It is. It's a great way to start the day.
It's really nice. So yeah, he packs up his Evo.
Yeah, you've got an Evo bag every day.
Brings it in Monday. Paints in the mornings. Paints at lunchtime.
Gabe says he's got his war paint ready. All right, Gabe, I'll take you on. That's what you should do. Pit me and Gabe against each other.
Nick Pye would come in and
we could do like a bracket thing.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Like a tournament.
Just a bracket tournament where it's like, all right, Shelby against Gabe.
Yeah. But Shelby comes in and crochets.
Yeah.
She has her own hobby.
Shelby will crochet.
All
right, here we go. We're being crazy.
I like crazy.
What?
Ooh, is that dark magenta? Oh, what is that?
With glaze and wash medium?
Yeah, glaze wash medium, dark magenta.
Oh, it is dark magenta. Okay, I'm not crazy. Ooh, yeah. I'd come in and crochet.
I literally slopped it all over everything.
See, that's what I'm talking about right there.
Oh, I maybe should have waited a bit.
Oh, the little.
I'm tearing the paint because I put on way too much right there.
Just bleeding a little bit.
Stay away from that area on his chest.
Game Relay is very excited about what you're doing. This is why. This is what makes the hobby so good. Bury that in magenta, baby.
We love magenta.
I need a better brush.
Avian said, "Look, stupid. Phil, you are not in my position. I've been trying to assemble models and managed to lose one red gobbo foot, one red gobbo arm.
That's the worst.
Apparently, my mom's carpet has the perfect color and bounciness to disappear parts."
Oh, that's awful.
One day, Jordan and I don't know where you were, Jason. It must have been a day you were gone, and the little magnetic piece on the front of the airbrush popped off somehow.
Yep.
And
like gray
Jordan
carpets.
and I were like on the ground with light, like shining our lights, and like
you gotta do like the hand
crawling
across the ground. Yeah, wait till you feel it.
Yeah,
almost.
I mean, I want to say it took us like a half an hour to find it, but it probably didn't.
Well, it's happened to me a ton of times.
And then I was literally laying flat on my stomach on the floor trying to get right
see it
down
raised above the carpet
at eye level, and I found it. I'm like, oh my god, there it is!
I found it.
That's the way I have to do it. I had to back at the old building when it was concrete.
Yeah.
It was the color of the concrete.
Yeah. Well, this is. I mean,
Oh, losing parts there was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
But
not much better.
This
but
carpet
Yeah, the
though,
gray
with its
carpet.
pattern,
Yeah, you lose it.
is crazy because your eyes are also like, you know, adjusting to looking at the pattern. It's pretty crazy. Fireark said I was terrified at what he's doing. Now I'm super excited to see what happens next for your magenta.
Oh yeah, I
on
was
the-
saying. Not talking about
we're
me.
doing crazy people things right now, chat. This is just dark magenta, glazed wash, medium, and a lot of water.
A lot.
Painting minis. It's going to go so bad until it gets so good.
Until it gets good. Exactly.
I tend to think of models in terms of, you know, what colors I want to see particular parts of them be. And
Well,
I'll just
huzzah,
start
huzzah.
painting
Just
upwards
throw back my
from
legs
colors
and
that I know I
pollute my
want in the
britches with delight.
shadows, as you know, and then after shadows, you know, try to think about what would be a good mid-tone, like if I want an exaggerated mid-tone, and just keep moving around the model, adding color. You know, you can't really do any wrong when you're painting very thin like I'm doing here. Obviously, the wash has a dramatic effect, but it's still a super thin paint. So it's not going to cause any problems with, you know, covering up details or making it impossible to repaint something if I don't like it.
Yards Tony, thank you for that sub.
Yeah, thank you.
35 months. That's crazy.
Yar. Thank you, man.
That's older than Shelby.
Lumberjack Tim said, Fuse, I thought you were going transparent green over that.
Never said that.
I think he's the yeah. I could do transparent green over the gray fur. You want that gray fur?
Tim said, I think I know where you're going with this. That's what he said.
Oh.
I did not
Nope.
confirm nor deny any statements.
Yards Tony said, this is just Jason inserts paint wizard explanation. And it works every time.
And it works every time. No issues here.
So for anyone following along with Cora's tummy troubles, she had her follow-up vet visit today, and it turns out that she just has severe food allergies that came out of nowhere.
Oh.
And now she has to be on
Special
special
doggy
dog
diet?
food forever.
Oh. Forever.
She said, probably forever. Like,
Probably forever.
great.
You should. What kind of did they say? What her allergies are?
No, we just have been. She's been. So we took her like right after Thanksgiving, and since then she's been on prescription dog food,
Yeah.
and it helped almost immediately. So it was just something, and I mean, we tried so many different things when she started.
Yeah.
And none of this ever bothered her. It was really just
Yeah.
we were concerned about it.
Yeah.
And like we would take a treat away to see if that was it. We changed her food to see if that was it. We've had her on just plain old rice and chicken, and none of it helped.
Nothing was
So
helping.
it's just whatever this magic
Prescription
expensive dog food is
Yeah, that's
is
how it
what
goes.
works.
Well, if you guys find treats you like find that work.
Well, yeah, she said that we can't even give her treats.
No, just
And-
don't even
yeah.
risk it.
Yeah,
That's terrible.
She said we could try like baby carrots,
Oh yeah.
which she likes, so we'll try that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Baby carrot. I like baby carrots.
Yeah, she likes carrots and she likes peas.
I like peas and like meat pies. We had this. I
Yeah,
feel like we've had
like
this
shepherd's-
conversation
like
before.
shepherd's pie.
What's
Yeah.
that?
I said I think I've only like peas in like meat pies, and then I feel like I got really bad deja vu. So I don't know if we've had this conversation
Yeah,
before.
because we both like, Jason and I both like peas.
I like peas.
I like peas.
I like peas. I can never do mushy peas. Mushy peas.
No,
are-
I don't like mushy peas.
Oh, I like
Okay.
peas.
Ugh.
He's adding living warmth and visual interest to the flesh. so that it's not just zombie green, but has blood flow to it.
Yes.
And always
Yeah,
make
the
it green
Hulk always
again.
the Hulk's always really
Besides-
weird because in the comics he's just green.
Just green.
You know,
He's a stoplight.
it's like you need more than that to make a model, or to make a character have life to it. So when you would see, the good renditions of Hulk in like the graphic novels and stuff, you would have artists that would spend more time doing the skin and something more than just a green, and green.
And so I know from the fact that it's Hulk that this is an angry pose, but it does look like he could be dancing.
It looks like what?
Like he could be dancing.
Could be dancing.
Like he could be doing
He's
a little
Tim dancing.
a little
Say, yeah.
pirouette. He's holding his arms up like
A
this.
pirouette. He's ballerina.
Standing on one tiptoe with his other foot pointed back. This is ballet right here.
He's lumberjack Tim dancing.
Yeah. Moshing Hulk. I don't want to be in that mosh pit.
It's a tango or paso doble, the angry dances.
The angry paso doble. I used to know how to tango. Oh, of all the places I learned it in Thailand.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I mean the girl I was dating at the time, the first girl I was dating there, she was Hispanic.
In Thailand?
Yeah.
Was she in the military too?
No, she was Department of State.
She what?
Department of State. I was
Oh,
there
okay.
at the embassy.
Okay, yeah.
So I hung out with mostly Department of State people. There weren't many DOD people there. I hung out with, and so we went and did tango classes.
Who holds the rose in their mouth? The girl or the guy?
I don't remember.
In a tango?
I don't know. I
That's
think it's
like,
the guy.
I'm sure that's a stereotype, but that's like from
Yeah,
the cartoons.
it's
Like they push their cheeks together, and
Yeah.
one of them has a rose in their mouth.
It's a
and
rose.
it's straight
I
on.
never got a rose. So
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I was that advanced at it. I never said I was good at it. I just knew how to. I knew some of the basic stuff.
Right? Please, somebody do this. Who's gonna get this model green stuff a tutu and make it Dancer Hulk? He
No.
needs a tutu.
Not Jason.
No.
Yes,
You're
No,
barking
no,
up the wrong tree.
I like it.
No. I feel like I need to maybe pale yellow again. I don't really want to do pale yellow. I tore some of that paint because I went too quick.
Oh.
Oh, with the magenta.
So, wondering if I could get away with maybe do warm flesh. Now that we have the magenta on there, warm flesh is going to do me just as well.
What Jason doesn't know is this is operatic Hulk, and he's singing Wagner.
He's doing what?
Singing Wagner.
Wagner.
Hmm.
Feels too.
Fert said, I just arrived when you throw your mix on that greenish boy. Can you explain what you're doing?
Jason,
Or your idea?
What are you
What are
doing?
you doing right
What are
now?
you doing? What are you even doing
doing?
right now?
What in the world are you doing, Fuse?
Martin SCP, thank you for the follow.
Hey, somebody.
Donka.
Right now, I'm wishing that I would have thinned this paint before I put it in here.
Is that the pale yellow, or what did you end up using?
Warm flesh.
Ah,
It is not wanting to cooperate, so I'm going to clean this out. Actually, I'm going to put a little bit of water direct. See if I can't salvage it.
a lot of rain.
Much better.
little water do the trick?
Yeah, I just needed to get some. That's what I was looking for.
Oh, I had these tricks before. Transparent brown over the dark ivory. Looking too bright.
Definitely needs a tutu and some of them fancy slippers.
Some of them what?
Fancy
Fancy
slippers.
Those things are expensive.
The ballet, like the toe
Ballet slippers?
shoes, are very expensive.
All right. He needs a lot of paint in a very short time on that model.
Yeah, you were.
This model is going to be the poster child for our website.
Oh.
And a new thing that we're doing. So it's not any step-by-step or anything like that, but it just as a cool looking model, but I need to get it done quick and still have it look good. So
When do they need it by? When do you need it by?
I mean, I need it by last week.
Ah, all right. It's very quick.
Right now, he looks almost identical to the gorgers that I was doing.
Oh yeah,
Right?
he does.
He's a little too bright comparatively speaking, but you can see very similar stuff going on.
Yeah, game delay saw it when you turned it to look up, where you can see all the magenta in there.
Yeah. Right. The point of the colors that you do as underpainting is to have them, kind of organically move across the model. It's hard for people to understand because it's not like every color just needs to be in the shadow. Some colors want to be on the top of muscle groups. I tend to want to have yellows be on the more fatty, fleshy areas of models with more magentas on muscles and coming out of the shadows. Purple in the shadows, in this case blue, because he's going to have purple pants.
Phoenix Mercer wants to know if you're going to use green fluorescent next.
No. Just green, I think.
Black Widow talked him into ballet. That sounds about right.
I think I may just go straight, I don't know. Dark camo green sounds really good, but I could also use dark yellow green as the first pass for the shadows. Black green could work. Black green's a little too blue, though. So I think I want to stick to something that's a little bit more green. But I need something that's dark. If I glaze regular green on, remember when you're choosing colors to glaze, to do very, very thin top coats of, the biggest thing you need to remember is to always go darker than what you think you need, right? And so in that case, it's like, I feel like black green might be the right deal. Maybe we do that. It's the darkest green that we have in the line. Dark camo green is good. Dark yellow green, also very good, but neither of those are really going to compete with black green. And so like dark yellow green will get very bright when you glaze it, especially over this kind of brightness. So this will brighten up quite a bit over the yellow and the burgundy too, or the magenta. I think black green's their choice. It might be a little too blue, but I got blue shadows, so that shouldn't be a big deal. I just need to make sure that we either mop up some of this. I got a lot of that magenta wash sitting in areas here. That stuff will never dry.
Very cold in here all of a sudden.
All of a sudden?
Yeah.
Really? Is Gabe messing with the thermostat? Gabe.
No, he hadn't messed with it.
No, I know. I'm just. I love our transparency.
Transparent paint.
So
Some
it
of the
makes
best
it-
stuff out there.
Oh, it's so good.
That gets all that fairly thin.
Oh, 35. It is 63 here.
35. That sounds lovely.
Cold. I don't know how people can live in 65-degree
That's
temperature all the time.
Uncivilized.
Uncivilized. That's barbaric.
That's barbaric. That's inhumane. Oh.
Use the airbrush for its air portion of what it does here. See if we can't get some of this to dry up pretty quick. Big dollops of wash in areas I don't need it.
Can you hear the word dollop and not think of sour cream?
Dollop of daisy.
Thank you. It's great marketing because it's the only time I think of sour cream is when I hear the word dollop.
Great clean one vibes. Oh, that model that the guy did with the took all the nurgly bits off and it was just like
that thing
it
was
looked like shaved Buddha.
That thing was gross.
Yeah, it was
That was
pretty bad.
worse than a great unclean one.
All right, let's just go with this and see what we can make happen. All right, so we need another cup. Black green. Ton of glazed wash medium.
A ton. How much is a ton?
You know, like
In units of measurement, how much is 1 ton?
it's 2,000 pounds.
We're gonna use 2,000 pounds of glazed wash medium.
Yeah,
Do we have that much on site to make?
I just used it right there.
That's wow. It's
I'm very
dense.
strong.
It's I'm very strong. You've also created
We're
something
zoomed out very far, and I'm very strong.
something denser than tungsten. You have created here.
Deuterium.
Deuterium.
A ton of glazed wash is about as much as a pile of primer film.
About a pile of primer.
Yeah, still stuck on that one, huh?
Can't let it go. 1 pile of primer.
You'll have to mow your lawn next week after it warms up, middle of winter. Overlord, when you finish your competition pieces, you'll make a diorama for Christmas decoration.
Like your for our December challenge.
Nice.
Ooh.
Fun.
You know, and then we're looking for about like that. Real
Honest,
thin. Lots of color.
Nobody listen to Nick Pye.
It's just period.
nobody.
Yeah, just Unless he says really nice things about me.
Then you can listen.
Then you
But
can
that's
listen
it. That's
to
the
him.
only time.
But as far
very
as product
particular.
announcements, don't listen to him.
He's very particular.
Ain't no such thing.
Heavy glaze was it? Do blackwash burn? Yeah, let's do blackwash on the burr. I'm bad at detail work.
Which green did you use?
Black green.
Black green.
I didn't even do the tape. Definitely bone.
Does Hulk have hair? He does, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
What color is his hair? Is it green?
Usually black.
Okay.
Yeah. Ooh. Over here. Good.
First time in 38 years of living in my town that I have to mow my darn lawn. Like,
First time
ever?
ever? Or this time of year?
What has happened to it in the 38 years before this? Oh, in the middle of winter. Okay. Well, that's an important detail. I'm like,
I was
ever?
gonna say, that's a big
I was gonna say,
yard.
there
What
had to be
kind
some
of grass
qualifier
do you
there.
have?
Had to be some sort of qualifier.
Can we
there.
find your home? Oh,
Yes,
that's
I'm-
true. Nick is a lying liar who lies. So just pay
A
attention
lying
to the
liar
tag.
who lies. See, this is what I'm talking
I think we need to know how much is a ton of wizard's butt now. 2,000 pounds.
about. 2,000 pounds.
Don't
Or
they
one
teach
pile
kids
of
anything in
primer.
school these days?
Jade, hello.
Hi. Just get some goats. Have you seen those videos, Jen?
What?
Of the goats cleaning out people's front yards?
No.
I feel like you'd be someone that would like enjoy it.
They just go and like
Yeah,
eat the
like
grass.
you can order a
You're
company,
just,
like it's
grazing,
a company.
Grazing goats.
They
just
fence off
come
your
and-
yard,
oh,
and then
yeah.
they just bring the
That would
goats
be
in,
pretty funny.
and they just stay for a couple days. It's very funny.
That's. Did you read Yards Tony's comment? Is that why you said that?
Yes, that's
Oh,
why I see. Yeah. I see.
I'm
Sorry.
like, what?
I'm not great at reading the chat like out loud. I just read it internally and then
Okay.
respond, assuming
Well,
that they
that's
know
a
that I'm
crazy
talking to them.
coincidence. Imperial ton or metric ton?
Yes.
Aquatic ton.
Love the go bags. Awesome.
Yay! I heard you guys used it a day early though, so I need you to put them away until next year.
Hulk's hair is usually black, but sometimes he likes to dye it pink. Oh, I hope you paint him with pink hair. That'll be fun.
No.
I was waiting for that. Give it a second, he'll get there.
No.
Pass.
No?
Not gonna
Alright.
happen.
So I'm going to get one of these models, and I am going to give him a tutu and pink hair.
There you go.
He is definitely dancing.
We're gonna get a tutu for a mini this small.
I'll make one.
I'm gonna make it
Green stuff.
Yeah.
Millie putt.
my first attempt at sculpting.
You heard it
All
here
right, Jade,
first,
you
Chad.
get away.
Crochet.
Crochet it there. Yeah, that's true. You could ask Shelby.
Shelby,
Shelby.
can you please make a crocheted skirt for Hulk?
Really tiny crocheted skirt. Yeah,
A crochet a tutu for him, please.
Pretty, please. Water.
Fishnet.
I don't know how I feel about that. Please don't do that.
Ah!
What'd you do?
Gabriel?
Gabe.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Gabriel!
Oh, see, I'm out of frame again. You guys gotta tell me. I don't paint here every day. Not you two. I'm talking to the chat. It's their fault.
Too much dark magenta.
Too much dark magenta.
Uh-oh.
It's the weight of it all. Yeah. Oh, cheap. Oh, here he comes. I hear him stomping down the hallway.
What do you want? What happened?
Somebody didn't glue the model together right.
Oh,
It exploded. No, it broke off.
Hmm. There was only glue on the part that doesn't touch anything.
That's fun.
He's like, oh,
Well,
oh. It'll be all right.
easy fix.
It'll be fine, yeah.
It's an easy fix.
Oh, very easy.
Game really's like, sure glad this doesn't have to be done quickly right now.
Yeah, we're going on a time crunch. You know, I still have not put together or painted any. I've put together, but I have not painted any of my Crisis Protocol stuff that you guys all talked me into buying 2 years ago.
I'm gonna say,
2 years.
I don't even know that you ever did anything with it, did you?
No, I
Did
mean,
you
I put them
play
all.
a game?
I put them all together. I never played a game
You never played a game.
because after I bought it, everyone stopped playing outside of
Aw.
Eamon.
What are you talking about? Ruben and Eric still play?
Well, they always played each other.
I mean, they'll play you.
I know.
That's the lamest excuse ever, dude. Ruben will play anybody, anytime, at anything.
That's true.
You know this.
You're right. You're right. I just never have. I have it all. Well, I have let me rephrase. I have the base set. That's all I have.
The starter set.
Yeah, the starter set. Got it on sale.
Dramus wants to know which green you're using for Hulk. Still black green?
Right now it's just black green as pretty much a wash or a glaze. You can see I'm just slopping it on. I don't care about texture here because this is just to give everything a greenish hue.
Because it's already been yellow ochre,
Pale yellow.
pale yellow, dark magenta, and warm flesh,
And warm flesh.
I think.
All
Yeah.
over dark blue.
Yeah. All over dark blue, that's right.
Where we started. By
Yeah,
we, I mean
dark
Jason.
blue.
I didn't start anywhere. I did nothing. I did not help.
Yeah, I'm just painting in very, very thin layers, as you can tell. Washes, glazes, I mean, just being sloppy. Don't care. The next color will be where we have to start caring.
Do we have to care when we paint?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I need to start over.
Next color we start caring.
Okay. Is that for me too? Next color?
I mean, I don't know what you're doing over there, but
I'm just putting wash on fur. I'm not doing anything super exciting. Well, it is exciting. Let me rephrase. It's wash, so I'm in the same boat of as long as I don't get it too excessive, I'm just putting it on.
hell, black green is a perfect color.
Is it doing it right?
Oh yeah,
Alright.
exactly what I needed.
Like you're good at this or something.
I just take wild guesses every now and then. Sometimes stuff sticks.
Hey, you know what? That's great. Gabe's trying to talk me into playing WoW.
What?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's right. They're on some classic
they're
server.
on the
He said.
they're on the classic server right now, and he
Freaking
messaged
Gabe,
me.
dude.
He said he messaged me this morning. He's like, "You should play WoW." Like I originally was gonna play with them, but then they all started playing. I didn't realize until this weekend that they had started playing, and I was busy all weekend, so I installed it all this afternoon before I came here. So, I
Phil.
know. I'm peer pressure.
Phil. The social aspect of it is a lot of fun.
That's the only reason I want to play it. It's because I have a group of friends who are playing. I don't think I would ever pick up WoW of my own volition.
Been playing Star Trek Online.
You're on your. Star
I'm on
Trek.
such a Star Trek
You
kick
are.
right now, dude. It's
I'm
not
gonna
even
go
funny.
blow my nose.
I watch Below Decks or Lower Decks. Anybody watch this?
Yeah, Below Deck is different. That's my boat
That's
show.
your silly
That's
boat show.
My yacht show.
Boats and Hose,
Yeah.
the reality version. But I'm watching Lower Decks, and I gotta tell you, It's pretty incredible.
Hey, somebody likes us.
Mo said Lower Decks is freaking awesome.
It's freaking awesome, Mo. Yeah, it really is.
Sore winner, thank you for the follow.
Just about snot bubbled all over the desk, so I figured I'd go wipe it away. Everyone didn't have to see.
Yeah, I've really been enjoying it, Mo. So far, so good.
When are we playing the tabletop version, Jason?
Huh?
So when are we playing tabletop Star Trek?
As soon as we get miniatures here.
Okay.
Should be here maybe tomorrow.
Ooh, I'm excited. I might be here Friday, potentially.
Oh, for game night?
Yeah.
Well, I guess the prints are easy because they're all already together. I don't have to put anything together on them.
Yeah, let's just pull them out of the box.
So pull them out of the box and we're pretty good to go. We'll see how it all looks when they get here. But yeah, I'm excited.
I think
We
you
got the
I think you got a lot of
rules.
us
I got
excited.
more of the rule books today.
More rule books?
I got the rule book. Okay, so we got 3 games we can play.
Yes.
Starfleet Battles,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which is the OG
The big one.
big one. Right,
Yep.
that's the huge rule
Yeah,
set.
that's
It's
the
grown
tax
so much
code.
over time. Then there is Federation Commander,
Okay.
and Federation Commander is the game that is more like what Starfleet Battles was when it first started.
Okay.
It was a pocket game that came in a Ziploc bag, basically,
Oh, man.
and it didn't have super duper crunchy rules.
It was the, yeah.
It still played really cool, but it was not as crunchy as that book that you saw
Yeah, the tax code.
is. Yeah,
Hey,
basically
somebody
file your
likes us.
taxes in a game. So I just got to figure out which one to start with. I think Federation Commander, but I also have Call to Arms. That just showed up today. Call to Arms Starfleet. It's
Ooh.
the easiest.
So
by
do you,
far.
would you prefer to start easy and work your way to more tedious, or?
Well, yeah, because I want to have people enjoy the game.
That's true.
It's like
Not everyone-
BattleTech.
not
Dude,
everyone's
if
like
you
me.
start with full-blown rules BattleTech, you're not going to have a lot of people want to play with you,
That's true.
you know? So, yeah, the idea is to probably start with Call to Arms. I'll read through that. And if it's like the other Call to Arms rule sets, then that'll be pretty simple. And then we've got FedCom that we can move to, and FedCom can kind of, it straddles perfectly between the two. It's
It's that perfect little blend.
Yeah, it's legit like the in between spot. But
Philetos, thank you for the follow.
it really just depends on what people like. I just want to put spaceships on the table and blow each other up, so I don't really care.
That's my kind of game.
Nick Pye said the Strange New Worlds Lower Decks crossover has to be one of my favorite episodes of Star Trek. Seen this? Do you know what he's
I
talking
have not. I don't know what that is.
What is this?
I've watched through. I think I'm on season 2, episode 5 of Lower Decks. So if it's happened, I didn't put 2 and 2 together. There was a bitchin' Commander Riker
Ooh.
cross in there on Lower Decks. Riker shows up with ship is he in? Maybe he's in the Titan. I think he runs the Titan. That was pretty funny because Boimler got transporter copied, and Riker had been transporter copied in TNG, but they kind of stopped paying attention to William Riker's copy. They kind of wrote him out of the story.
Steve Dack 76, thank you for the follow. They're saying that it's a Strange New Worlds episode.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So even if you have no interest in that show, I'd watch that one episode.
I've watched some Strange New Worlds, and it's been fun. Is it cartoon mixed with live action? This is intriguing.
Chuck the Mead Man said, based on what Jason said about Blue-Eyed Samurai, we checked out episode 1, then
Hey,
binged what
somebody
was
likes
left.
us.
Yeah, I was gonna say Blue-Eyed Samurai is pretty good. It's a pretty good story. I was not as happy with the
Hey, somebody
end,
likes us.
but I get it. You know, you want to have it go on and on and on. I just felt like the ending could have been better.
Texan, thank you for the follow. Mo said it's 90% live action. The other one.
So do we get Lower
Strange New
Decks
Worlds.
crew people as live action actors? I have to know.
Or the 10.
I must
that's
know.
the 10% cartoon. Oh, Yard Stoney said yes.
What?
Oh.
The
So
voice
there's a-
actors, the voice actors for the characters play their live characters.
Oh, my
that's
god!
so cool.
All right,
I
now
know
I'm
what
stoked.
Jason's doing tonight.
Yeah.
Now I'm interested. Is it Bradford Boimler?
Boimler.
Boimler.
Frame. Oh, I'm good. Just doing nails.
Nah, Lower Decks has been a lot of fun. It's I told Jen, I was like, it's a real great take on the whole Star Trek thing, because Star Trek, one of the things that's always made Star Trek hard to watch for me is that this one crew in this one starship feels like they're the only thing in the universe. Right? The way the stories are written, it's like Kirk and Spock or Picard and Number One. It's like, oh my god, dude. It's like there are other captains and stuff, and
Starfleet, not Starship.
yeah, it's Starfleet. And so it always was really hard for me in those situations to kind of just, fall in love with a series completely, because you knew there was supposed to be more going on.
You're Brazilian. I was assuming you were from Texas. Texan said, I'm Brazilian and I really like your work.
Oh, why, thank you.
You know what they say about assuming, Jen?
I know.
Sometimes you're wrong.
Yep.
But the Lower Decks has been fun because it is just it's the has-beens, right? It's the other guys.
So is it funny? Like,
It has humor in
silly?
it. Yeah, it is definitely humorous, and it is intended to be humorous.
Okay.
It is not slapstick, It has some pretty good themes, character themes in it for cartoon characters, like the mother-daughter thing that's going on. There's a dynamic in it that is pretty cool. But yeah, it's just a good show. The characters are pretty well put together for a cartoon.
That's good.
But it's like they get assigned to the stupidest stuff. And they're all beat up and bummed. They can't get into like the Admiral's ball at the end of the season or whatever it is, because they aren't important enough.
Are they all just
They're
a bunch
not
of, like,
they're
red
not
and
in a
yellow
ship.
shirts?
They're not in a ship class. They're in a California class destroyer or cruiser or something like that. That's like literally the ass end of Starfleet.
Just a little. Okay.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And so they're just,
Is it like random like engineers? There's a bunch of yellow shirts, a bunch of red shirts, or just
well, I mean,
like,
it's a
kinda
full
mixed?
crew, so it's
Okay,
everything.
It's
You
everything.
got,
Okay.
you got every aspect of Starfleet in the deal.
Okay.
But they're all kind of either brand newbies or has-beens or some semblance in between. So it's just funny, the characters they have, and the fact that it is the Lower Decks crew that is your main character set. You get the captain as well, and first officer and that stuff, but they're always
They're
like,
supporting characters.
well,
instead of...
they're always being treated kind of like Kirk and Spock. It's like, oh, you don't want to go to the bridge. Those people don't have time for us.
Oh yeah.
That kind of stuff. And then at some point in time, you realize that their whole ship is just a bunch of has-beens, and
That's
that even
hilarious.
the first officer and the captain, even though they party harder, or get all the accolades from the missions they go on, they still don't get any respect because they're
They're
they're part of a ship nobody cares about.
It's a show about the folks you'd see as extras in a hallway on any normal Star Trek.
Yeah, exactly. All the
That's so
people
funny.
walking down the halls, and in the shuttle bay, or the
The
engineers, and
extras.
in the warp core room, and all that stuff. It's hilarious.
That sounds good.
What is on Hulk's right foot? Like, is he holding something with his toes?
It's a piece of rock,
Is he holding it with his toes?
pretty much. It's a tactical rock
Let me see.
that he's kicking up as he
Ah.
jumps. There we go. Sloppy black green over the top of our fleshy tones, and we're already a good way of the way towards pretty solid looking Hulk.
Yeah, I do remember what standing watch is like. That makes it perfectly clear. I don't even need to watch the show anymore. I've been there. I've lived that.
What's that?
Yards Tony said Phil remembers standing watch. What standing watch was like.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine if they made a show about those normal people, but less depressing and more funny.
Okay.
I'm there. I don't even need to watch the show anymore. I've lived it. I've been that guy.
Seems about right.
I do not miss standing watch.
No one buys the Hulk shoes, so he has to make his own by grabbing asphalt with his toes. It's a totical rock.
Totical.
A totical rock.
Transparent.
Wonder if this is gonna do anything, or is this gonna be the exact same color? I don't know.
Well, also, it is 3:43
3:43.
already.
Time is flying by.
Going by real fast.
I'm making good progress. I'm content. Missed a whole finger. Got me.
Good job, me.
Good job, me. It's the second time I've done that too. I did a whole hand, and then I was like, "Oh look, I missed the thumb," and then I realized I missed the thumb on the other hand too.
Oh, no.
So I did it twice. That's right. It's just the nails. I'm just doing the nails right now, so
So you're consistent.
I am. I'm consistently bad.
No.
No, I'm kidding. Consistently missing one finger.
Yes.
This is just yellow green.
That's probably one of my favorite colors that we have.
It is a fantastic color. The whole yellow green family is fantastic.
I did all my yellow green came out. We came out yellow green right around the same time I started doing orcs.
Oh, really?
And so all my orcs were basically a workup to yellow green, or workup from yellow green. Dark camo green, yellow green, bright yellow green.
Yep.
It was great. I loved it. That was before we had dark yellow green. We didn't have dark yellow green yet. And now I'm like,
Oh,
oh,
that's right.
if
Yep.
new Cruel Boys models comes out, I have to do a different, almost a different scheme for them.
Well, Tomato, we will be having other guest painters this week.
Yeah, you're not stuck with me. Sorry.
You're not stuck with me.
You'll get other people. Today's my only day.
Phil is technically on vacation
I
right
am.
now.
I am on
So
vacation.
he came in on his day off for you guys.
If they tell me to be on stream, or if I would like to be, they didn't force me to
Yes.
be here. I promise.
You be here.
I'm not on stream.
I'm gonna paint
I'm not
one
being
day
forced.
this week. I can't remember which day.
Friday.
Friday.
Yep.
And Schlebby is painting. I think tomorrow.
Wednesday, yeah. Tomorrow's Wednesday. That's
yeah,
right.
tomorrow's
Today's Tuesday.
Wednesday. We'll have Shelby tomorrow. I don't know.
Thursday?
Thursday.
They're stuck with me by myself on Thursday.
Thursday?
Well, I mean, I'll be here too, but
I mean, if I'm not doing anything. No, I think I'm out of town that day, actually.
You guys taking a day trip?
Yeah, I think we're either going tomorrow or Thursday, which is why I couldn't commit to either.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm either going Wednesday or Thursday. I don't want to, and we're kind of just playing it by ear, like just go up to Sedona and then through Flagstaff and just go.
well, Tomato said,
Get
"Who is your
away.
favorite vacationing guest painter, and why is it
And
Phil?"
why is it Phil? Thank you.
That's a good one. No crochet on the second chair.
I think she's painting. She just
she's
bought a new
gonna
model.
paint. Yeah, she
She has night bells.
She likes to paint.
She just bought a new model. I think she's more excited about than night bells.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she bought one of the new Mindworks ones.
Oh.
Forget which one.
Like the new ones that they
the
just
new
were unpacking.
the new ones that we just like
She
he was
got
he was unpacking
a
it.
sneak preview. I haven't even seen them.
It's a good model. She picked the hunky boy.
Yeah, we got to get those on the store. We got all the latest Minework stuff in.
They look great.
We need to get it all inventoried and out there for you chaps to buy.
I think
There's a bunch of really good models in there.
I think Jacob inventoried it already.
Yeah, we just need to get them on the store. We don't have photos and
Oh, that's right.
all the stuff.
Yeah, there's some new ones.
I think this is my favorite way to do gross nails now. I did dark ivory over black, transparent brown over the dark ivory, and then transparent white on the tips. I think it's my favorite way to do like just little dirty, gross bone nails.
Nice.
Looks nice. And it's easy.
Yeah, the yellow green is perfect.
Oh yeah, he looks good.
And I'm not like nothing I'm doing today is taking much time. Like I'm slopping paint on.
I mean, you've done all that in
Yeah.
the hour and a half we've been here. So
Like, I am
you didn't
burning
start
rubber.
Reddit too
Hours,
either. You
that's
had to wait for
pretty
the
good.
model.
I am burning rubber. Hopefully, what I'm showing is that you can relax a little bit in the early stages of a model and then really turn on the heat and the detailing as you get towards your highlights and get a really, really good looking model.
Bought tomato all the time. Last night I made soup, and it was very hot. The issue was not with the soup, and I had a big loaf of really delicious Costco bread, like their French bread, in the freezer, and I took it out and was like, I think it's all the way thawed. It feels a little cold. I'm gonna just pop it in the oven for like 10 minutes, and took it out, and it felt hot. But then as soon as I like broke it and tore it apart, the inside was still cold, but we just ate it. We ate it anyway.
We ate it anyway.
Sometimes you just can't get back up and reheat something again.
No.
Yeah, 2 times is enough times. Transparent.
Oh, Bill, missed opportunity. Should have used fluorescent red for the polish on the nails.
I could have. I mean, I still can
Still
technically.
can.
You can always repaint something. So I have like 30 more flesh eater quartz models I need to paint. So maybe on all the little crypt guard. It's a red. That'd be funny.
Jade, you gotta listen to the boss.
Yeah.
Gotta listen to the boss. Jade said I was trying to write for my homebrew game, but one of our cats has demanded that space, my lap, for herself. So no writing for me tonight.
Yeah.
Jason, every time he comes home and wants to watch
What?
TV.
Oh.
No TV for you.
For me,
Yeah.
Hey, somebody likes
Gotta
us.
have a dog in your face.
I always have a dog in my face. This is true.
Doge.
I am Miss Machias. Thanks for following. Sorry for butchering your name.
I need my dry brush.
As always, the first coat of even the yellow green goes on a little bit thin. Then I'll come back in with coat number 2 to brighten it up where I need to. But this is still just a really good mid-tone style color that we got going on.
You guys doing anything for New Year's?
I don't think
Nope.
so.
Nope.
You talked about doing a stream, but I don't know if that gained any traction. And Jordan was,
It was
really kind of
Kind of Jordan's idea.
excited
Oh.
excited
He's not
about
here.
all that, and he won't
he's,
be here.
He's not here
Oh.
till the second. Yeah, or he comes back that day.
So I don't know. That could still be a thing, but we'll see
As the week progresses.
how I feel after
I'll say yeah. You're.
fighting through the week.
I was gonna say it's hard to make decisions when you're not feeling well.
I'm really digging this.
It's looking great, dude.
For sloppy speed paint Hulk,
Floppy speed paint.
not too shabby right this minute.
I need to do the skin on this. I've kind of just been ignoring it and avoiding doing any skin on this thing.
Amen, Chuck.
Chuck
I have
say.
no interest in going out there. Too many idiots,
Oh.
drunks, and cops to be going out on New Year's Eve.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
amateur night. Yes,
No,
not
It is amateur night.
not
It is
any interest. I would like to be home in my house.
safe.
Yes, safe and cozy.
Yep.
New Year's group Grease 2 watch party. Yes.
Ooh, Grease 2?
Yes.
Really? Why Grease 2? Objectively the worst
The
one.
better one.
Debatable. I won't argue right now, but debatable. My mom's favorite movie is the first one,
Yeah.
and so that's the only one I
The
ever
first
watched
one
growing
is
up.
fantastic. It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
classic, but
Yeah.
the second one is spectacularly bad.
Oh, see that
Yeah.
okay, that makes sense.
It's so
bad,
that it's good.
Yeah, that I can see that.
I love it.
I can get
I love that movie. I can. I mean, I remember when it came out. I was like 9 years old,
You're just so excited.
and I still to this day know all the songs.
That's so cute.
Yep, it's so good. Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, we love Michelle Pfeiffer.
It's horrible.
It's awful.
Worst
Don't
movie ever.
listen to Jason. If you've not seen Grease 2, make some time.
There is no Grease
Add
2.
it to your watch
There is no
list.
Grease 2.
It was
Polygon,
expunged
thank you
from
for the follow.
records.
There's no war in Bossing.
Jade, you got 2 models for Christmas. That's awesome. What'd you get? Quad's going out only because my buddy is just down the road. Lumberjack Tim going to the club.
Going to the club.
Get some tasty carry out, kill a couple bottles of mead, and play some games.
Mead. Do you make your own mead?
It's Chuck the Mead Man.
Oh, it's Chuck that. Well, I didn't read the name. There we go. Chuck the mead. I'm gonna take that as a yes.
I'm assuming he makes it.
Yeah, I would hope so. I've been wanting
Or
to get
he's
into
just
that.
a really, really big fan.
No,
But
you
I
don't
would
get into
assume
mead
he makes it.
without
Yeah.
making it yourself. I've been looking at some kits online. And I'm like really tempted. I'm also like, do I have the patience? I'm not sure.
Fireark said my friends and I used to have beef jerky and sherbet night. Interesting combo.
Beef jerky
It's
and
nice.
sherbet.
It's a night that we just really watch really bad movies and eat junk food.
That sounds great.
Yes.
That sounds amazing. I'm a huge fan of tomatoes, so that logic checks out.
What? Came to lay. I don't understand that.
No, I said it under my breath earlier. I said there is no war in Bossing Say. It's a show that I used to watch growing up called Avatar. And there's this big whole propaganda in this one. There's there's a global war going on in one city inside the city. The government is basically convinced their populace that there is no war.
Oh.
And so there is no war in Bossing Say is kind of like the funny
Oh.
it's a serious line, but it's just
Okay.
it's become a meme as we've all grown old. So
Are you seeing what he said? If you Google.
yeah,
Okay.
Google war in
So
Bossing
did you
Say.
mean there is no war?
That's so funny. Thank you, Google, for being people of my generation.
Damn. Lumberjack Tim said, I'm newly single. I'm trying to dance and meet somebody for a meaningful night-long relationship.
That's... Hey, you know what?
Tim's got his dander up.
Nick goes to his sister's house, plays board games, has all sorts of appetizer-type foods. That's
Ooh,
fun.
that sounds good.
Dipmas.
Ditmas. I have a group of friends that, or I have friends. They're a couple, and they always throw like a fancy like dress up game night. So it's like we just play board games and video games
but
and
you
hang
dress
out.
in really
But you
nice
dress
clothes.
up, yeah.
Oh,
You
that's
dress
fun.
up.
I like
and
that.
so I've done that the last couple of years. I say a group of friends because like Gabe goes, like we all know each other. Gabe plays
Yeah.
D&D with. You probably met Chance, Jason. Chance Meeks.
Big
Yeah.
chance.
Yeah, big Chance. So he always throws that party. Him and his wife. And so that's probably what I'm doing.
Hello from Madrid, Spain.
Madrid.
Hello
Well,
from
hello.
Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix.
And thank you for the follow. I want to say it's Busta08, but it's probably like Busta.
I think
Something more
Busta-
Spanish
Bus-
sounding.
Busta.
Hey, somebody likes us.
Busta.
You're messing around with Immortal Hulk and a Vargolf Courtier.
Courtier. I think it's French.
Gonna go look up real
It's
quick.
spelled Courtier.
Courtier.
Courtier. I think it's pronounced Courtier. I'm like 99% positive it's pronounced that way. But it's the new sculpt. I could do the. I'm genuinely just sitting here trying to think what can I paint that's not the skin right now. It has little wing webbings. I could do those. I don't know what color to do them. Oh, it's 4 o'clock though.
I've been enthralling people with my idiotic painting style
It's been great.
of what
How fast
what
can
color
I do
will
it?
this actually turn out.
Let's find out together. Test model, what's that?
Ain't nobody got time for test models.
Yeah, I did not plan this model at all. I just kind of started doing stuff.
Best way to do it.
Yep. I was just like, oh, I'll do dark blue underneath.
For me, what makes art so what would be the right word? Cathartic
Yeah.
is that I don't have to have a plan. I spend all day every day making plans. Right?
So painting
Everything's
is the
about
release
how
from
do
that.
we do this for the company? How do we do this plan? How do we enact this thing? What do we
Yeah.
got to make happen here? And painting, when you sit down, it's like I just take the ideas in my head at the time. You know, now I'm painting Hulk, so I know I'm going for green skin,
Yeah.
right? And I got to figure out how to get the green skin to be something, somewhat unique, because Hulk is Hulk, and everybody's
Hulk.
seen green skin Hulk.
Hulk is Hulk. That is
So how can
correct.
I add my twist into the Hulk world, so to speak,
Mhm.
and have it turn out to be something cool that still translates well as green Hulk skin.
Green Hulk.
But you see, we've got some really good life in it with the magenta and the warmer tones that we put underneath, right? The dark blue in the shadows does a lot. And we've been able to do it really quick.
Yeah, real fast.
So
I
a
mean,
lot of times people don't get to see me paint fast. Part of not having a plan means that you spend a lot of time just kind of thinking about it while you're doing it and playing around on the model while the paint figures itself out. What are you guys doing tonight?
tonight, I don't know. Skylar and I are doing our Christmas tonight. So we're exchanging gifts we got for each other. And then stuff that my family got for her. Yeah, so that's happening tonight.
Oh, did she not come out to family Christmas and all that?
No, our families, both of our full families and extended families live here in the valley.
Gotcha.
So instead of trying to do double Christmas, it was I'll do mine, you do yours. You know, it's our first Christmas
Yep.
that we've been together for. So
Yep,
it's
yep,
like we'll stress about that next year. This year, just we'll do our own thing, not have to worry about it, and then we'll figure out like kind of what our plan is next year. So this year was just spend time with family, and that was that. What am I doing right now? Maybe I do. Maybe I do want to do.
Grateful Dead cover band, and the customers were aging hippies, so it didn't get out of hand.
Aging hippies.
Probably not a lot of fighting and angry people at Grateful Dead shows.
We're not anymore. Once upon a time.
Nah,
Nah.
they were all too mellow. Mo said, Jason, did you ever give my Damon?
Demon.
Daemon. Is that Damon or Demon?
It's Demon.
Demon, right? Did you ever give my Demon a try?
What is it?
Guessing no.
Is that other show? No. Nope. I think you told me about that as I was finishing out, or had just finished Blue-Eyed Samurai, maybe. And unfortunately, there's only so much anime I can take in one stretch. So,
What's the difference between Demon with an A or without?
It's the
Damon is like a IT thing.
yeah.
Daemons are actually more like angelic.
Oh,
So a lot of people misuse that word.
I see.
Demon is the one that's like Satan.
Yeah.
Daemon is the one that is actually, I think it is more angelic.
RS Blendon, yes, we have a fluorescent range now. It has 6 colors: red, orange, yellow, green, purple, and pink. Available on monumenthobbies.com or maybe at your local game store.
Follow the links in chat.
How many Grateful Dead fans does it take to change a light bulb? All of them, but they have to wait for it to burn out and follow it around for 20 years.
Oh,
That's so
brutal.
So good.
That's very
But
funny.
now it's Dead and Company with John Mayer.
John Mayer.
They can only be called daemons with an A if they come from the demonic region of France. Otherwise, they're just sparkling devils.
Sparkling Devils.
So good.
One of life's mysteries.
Sparkling devils.
Sparkling
Can we
devils.
please get me some demons so that I can paint them as sparkling devils?
Yes. You just dip them in glitter paint.
My Demon on Netflix is a romantic teen Korean love drama. My Daemon, Daemon on Netflix. So they have both on Netflix. Demon or Daemon, which is an anime with a great story about a boy and his many-eyed dog.
Many-eyed dogs. So 2 different shows with the same title, excluding the spelling.
The spelling is
Demon.
different. Sounds very different shows. I thought you were recommending the romantic teen Korean love drama to Jason, and I was about to say, boy, you really have him figured out.
Yeah, you know Jason.
That
He
is
loves-
his kind of show.
he
Oh,
loves
yeah.
boy drama.
Yeah. Just have K-pop soundtrack, because that's the only thing that just
Sold.
make it my favorite thing ever.
They came out the same day?
Oh my god, that's got to be
I
planned.
mean, come on.
That's somebody at Netflix messing it up. So, if the last few models I've painted haven't shown you how great dark magenta is as a color,
The best color.
I can't really help you.
You.
This is that whole lead a horse to water
Can't make them drink.
thing going on here. But it is for skin tones, kind of the holy grail that will get you so much life.
Add some dark magenta to your shopping list, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
That's Ninjon, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Ninjon with a good color.
That's Ninja on set.
But you can see just the effect that it has, right? These guys, all that magenta really giving you blood under the skin feeling. This is magenta and the dark purple as the main colors in the shadows and midtones on the Gorgers. And this is magenta and dark blue, giving us all of that life for Hulk.
Paint
Pretty
Liquor
good
said,
today.
I live my life in
I think
shades
you
of
did great
magenta.
today.
Paint Liquor, how do you feel about the fluorescent pink? Is it everything you hoped it would be?
Do one more thing. I'll
I
paint
love
his
it.
hair black real quick.
All right.
Just because I don't like that bright
Yellowy green.
surfer do he's got going on.
Bleach blonde. Surfer
Hey,
Hulk.
bruh.
What up, bro?
Hey, bruh.
Oh, his
Catch
hair.
some tasty waves.
He's a towhead.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go catch some
Thumok,
tasty
thank you
waves.
for the
Tasty.
follow. You've used it lots already? Awesome. I have not used it yet. Painted yet.
Friday. Be there. Be square.
What are you gonna work on, babe?
A Deadpool.
That was my hope.
Huh?
That was my hope.
Yeah. Thumok said, hi there. Nice paintings.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Just a speed paint Hulk going on over here.
Yeah, he's
Hey,
making a
Hulk
lot.
Somebody
was
likes
just
us.
primer at the beginning of the stream 2 hours ago.
It was.
Showing you some shortcuts for getting good skin tones going. Even when doing alien style skin tones like the Hulk. We're getting the next.
Yeah, that's just 2 hours. We started at 2 o'clock, so 2 hours.
Well, he didn't
10
even
minutes.
start Reddit too. He started on Cap because he was waiting for the.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right. He was
the
waiting for
Gabe
it
to
to.
take pictures.
Not quite that long.
That's
because
right. Gabe had
it's
to
not
take
It was
even-
only an hour and a half
Yeah.
that I've been working on Hulk. Started working on our chibi cap while Gabe got the photos and everything done on this guy. He will be part of a series of photos and storytelling about the hobby on our website. So he doesn't have to be perfect box art mini, but it'll be a lot of fun.
Mo said there's a pretty good Korean show on Netflix called. Nope. Gyeong Song Creature. It's pretty brutal at times, but I
Gyeong
enjoyed it.
Song.
I feel like we saw that.
That's
like,
the one that we saw last night that I made you go back. Like, what was that?
Yeah.
Gyeong Song?
I'm like,
That's
those
pronounced.
letters looked familiar to me. Game Delay said the Demon Damon discussion triggered all my. I read so much about this stuff as I deconstructed Christianity reflexes. Short version: there are two. The two are synonymous, but nobody agrees about what they mean.
It means the same thing, but it's different, and we don't know why.
We can't tell you why.
Yeah. Nobody can
Just
agree
trust
why
us.
it's different. It just is.
How you doing over there?
I'm good, but I'm done.
Done.
You done? All right.
Done for the day.
Done for the day.
We'll pick up at this
Extra
spot tomorrow.
12
I think we
minutes.
nailed it on the skin. So it's a really good start. Got all the messy parts done. Now I got to spend time going back and really focusing in on the highlights and getting all of that together and worked out. But It's a fun model.
Don't.
If
You
you
forgot the
if
don't.
you want a good model for playing around with skin tones, even though Hulk is intended to be green, you could do red or
anything.
gray Hulk out of
You
it
could.
too.
Yeah.
Red is probably the most challenging
Red,
color
yeah.
to get life into, but it's still easily doable. Oh my God, red Gatorade's horrible.
Is it bad? Oh.
And I don't like it. Immediate terrible decision. That's so funny.
It's like a Hawaiian Punch.
Oh.
Like it's that sweet.
Oh.
That's not Gatorade. It doesn't taste like Gatorade. It tastes like Hawaiian
sugary.
Punch. That's crazy. Well, everybody, thank you for hanging out with us and watching some painting, some paint dry. I hope that everybody's holiday weekend was fantastic, and that if you've got some extra time off, you're spending it doing some time that's relaxing for you throughout the course of this week as we head into the new year. We are at the end of 2023, which seems stupid to say.
Dude, it's wild.
Absolutely stupid to say. So we'll have a lot to talk about as we head out of this week. Remember, it is a short week because obviously we missed yesterday due to the holiday. Thank you, Phil, for joining us today.
I'm happy to be here.
Tomorrow,
Thank you for having me.
Tomorrow we've got Schlebby.
Schlebby.
Right?
Yep.
Schlebby will be joining us tomorrow in painting. That's going to be awesome. Thursday, you'll be stuck with me and Jen alone. And then Friday, Jen is going to jump up here on the tables and do some painting.
I'm not going to jump on the tables.
You
Let's
should.
be clear about that.
It depends on the music that's playing.
Well,
but,
that's true.
I think you should. I vote jumping.
If there's a disco ball in here, I might not be able to.
But
I'll be back on Friday.
Be prepared
something
because
off.
Jen is going to jump back up here and start working on her chibi Deadpool.
Yeah.
Right? We just got done doing chibi Cap. She's going to be doing her chibi Deadpool on a unicorn, which is, I think that might be the best model in the entire thing.
It's
Probably-
so,
it probably
I
is. It's
love it
great.
so much. I'm so excited.
I think I'm jealous. But join us for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. And we will still be doing the normal times of 2 to 4 p.m. Mountain Standard. If you're new around here, please hit that follow button. For those of you that just followed today, thank you for showing up. Hope you had a good time. And we do this 5 days a week. And we'd love to see you back here any of those. So you can hit any of the links that Jen put up in chat there. The store and the FLGS links will get you over to places and locations where you can buy all of the Monument paints and brushes you've seen us using. And then the Discord and the YouTube will get you over to our community. And, of course, to where all the videos go. Gabe usually ports these over a day or two later. So if you missed the skin or the Vargolf that we were doing or just some of the banter, you want to catch up with it, this will be over on the YouTube channel soon. So thanks for hanging out with us, gang. We're going to find somebody to raid, show love in the chat we wind up in.
We're going to raid Malev. It'll be a good one. So
Malev!
hang out.
Yay.
All right, so let's
You
go
don't get to
tear
raid him
Malev
too
up,
often.
and we'll see you later. Adios, gang.
Bye.
Bye.